Okay, so hi YouTube, my name is Asè. This is Cody. We've been in a relationship for, I think,
almost 2 years.
Yeah, almost 2 years now. Not too long, but long enough to talk about something like this, I guess. We moved down from Virginia to Florida. I moved first. He met up with me. Now we're in this little apartment together, living our life. And we just want to give you guys a few facts on things you should look out for before you move in with your significant other. Okay.
Alright, so living with your significant other or living with a best friend that you've known for years, you're not going to know somebody until you live with them. Yeah. I know that older people will say, it's bad to shack up and not be married. I honestly, if I had kids, I would encourage my son, my daughter to live with their boyfriend, girlfriend before they talk about marriage, which me and her have different views of marriage, but
No, we have the same view.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We
have the same view about marriage.
Yeah,
it may not be what y'all society likes, but
whatever.
Anyway,
that is between y'all.
Staying on topic, but if they did want to do that, or they did want to go forth with the relationship, I would encourage them to live together. Because that would be the only way you'll find out if y'all are really meant for each other, or because it's different between going someplace when you get mad at each other, you have another home to get to, you have another place where you're getting on my nerves,
I'm out
and leave. Like, sorry for the it's a big difference when y'all are arguing and you don't have when you sign that contract and y'all get that place together, you start finding out stuff that you don't like about each other, and you start fighting, and knowing that you can't leave, the fights get worse, and somebody may leave and just go out in the streets, and that right there could cause a bigger problem, because now the other person's like, where you at? You doing this, you doing that, and you have to come back home to that. So it's very important to have your communication skills as high as possible, because
your emotional skills,
you want to put out every fire as much as possible before it gets worse. People move in with each other, police are called, domestic violence.
No.
Yeah.
You want to know the person's cleaning habits. You want to know the person's weekend habits, how they like to have fun, what it is that they like to do. What do they what time do they think is appropriate to come home at night? What do they do when they get mad? Like Cody will play his video game, that's fine with me. I don't care. Cody will go fishing, that's cool with me. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Some people might go jogging. Some people might go hang with their boys. I wouldn't care, but some other girl might care. You need to check in with yourself and see if you care about those things. Because, couples get in fights. Like, not physical fights, but arguments.
Some people get in physical fights.
Well, look, we're not about to promote that, though.
No, we're not, but they don't. It can be somebody right now watching that they got in a physical fight.
Look, honey,
but
that's
right
a different video.
Right now, we're not gonna get into that.
Right.
Me and her argue and we fight a lot, but nothing physical.
No fists.
And when we fight, it's always small stuff. It's her not putting the toilet paper on the roll. She'll just set it right next to it, or I go in there and there's no more.
A lot of things bother me. My tolerance level is very, very high for bullshit.
But
what
I'm trying to say is, our fights aren't always that serious for anything. Now, we have different views about a lot of stuff,
That's not spirituality is something you should.
She's more spiritual than me, and
I mean,
she likes talking about it. I'm not really too much into.
You don't want to talk
into
about
that.
It.
You know?
And that's fine, but you just have to understand that before y'all live together, or that's something you'll find out when you live together, you know. And then, you know, family. I think it's important to know their family values, how they treat their family, all that kind of stuff. You know that before you move in together. Definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
Me and her family, especially, you know, her mom, me and her have a good relationship. I can call her and talk to her about anything. She can call me, and we've had me and her have long conversations about a lot of stuff. And, you know, her sister, her dad, I'm a family's guy, and I think it's important that I want the family to like you. Because if they don't like you, you got holidays and, you know,
that's true.
You got stuff that their family, and if they don't like you, like, you're not really gonna go. You know, that it drives a wedge, an uncomfortable wedge between y'all. And then don't be really fighting about some stuff. So it's like stuff that keeps adding up. You might as well just break up. Alright, so getting past the family.
The expectations you have. Like, you might expect the man to take out the trash. You might expect your girl to cook.
You have expectations you have to talk about. You know, I do a lot of cooking. When we met, I always cooked. And again, I don't know if we said this in the beginning. I can't remember. But when I met her, we were just friends. I wasn't looking. This wasn't something that I was.
You were cooking when you were just friends.
I know. I was cooking when we were friends. But even when I was cooking, because she was such a good person. And again, I didn't go into this relationship we're in now, like, in the beginning, that me and her were going to date. I honestly didn't see it coming until I started really getting to know her and hanging out with her every day. That she was one of those women, and me being used to be a club promoter, manage clubs, hookah lounges. I see a lot of trifling women. Before I met her, I wasn't in a relationship for 5 years, and a lot of women have tried to take me off the market, but
still trying. I ain't mad at it though.
But I see stuff like, I'm very picky. You smoke. I ask questions about, you know, your last relationship. I can kind of see problems that, or if I'm just not feeling you, the vibe isn't there, I'm just not gonna mess with you. I don't do club girls, models, women out there seeking that social media attention.
But you think that's like your expectations of like a woman?
That's my expectation. That's
maybe not of a woman. It's not fair to put women in.
It's not an expectation. It's my
preference.
Okay. That's my preference. So, you know, another man's preference might
be all that.
He might like all that, but that's just not mine. So when I was getting to know her, I'm like, wow, she's not like this. She's not like that. Her communication skills are good. Then I'm like, she might be a real good woman to try this with. So, you know, hence of where we're at right now. So,
but there's still some expectations that were missed.
It was a lot of stuff missed because we really didn't talk. Again, getting to know each other like we're doing now. We got this place, and I'm just now. No.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just now getting to know
me
a whole nother side of her.
Yeah.
That she was not showing me when we were in Virginia. She was going through a lot.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother video. But now I'm having to adapt to something she's doing all the time, something new, and it's throwing me off. But right now, I'm dealing with it, and it's not really all that bad. It's just stuff that I'm not used to. But
and she has expectations. You don't want to throw like your facade on somebody else. That's why you ask. You got to ask those questions. And if someone doesn't ask those questions, what I learned from us moving in together and everything is I should have told Cody, hey, just so you know, like before we do this, I'm into X, Y, and Z, and I didn't have the experience and the information or the knowledge to, like, if she would have, because I would have told him.
If she would have told me I'm into this, I'm into this, I'm into this.
Yeah.
And again, the stuff she's into isn't bad. It's just stuff that I never had to deal with. But if she would have told me this, I mentally could have prepared myself for it. But now that we have gotten this place, it's all of a sudden, bam, bam, bam. And it irritates me. Because now I have to adjust myself. Constantly, I have to adjust myself to a new person almost all the time.
Yeah, I'm constantly killing my old self off.
So, and I'm
guessing rejuvenating. If I knew to tell you that, I'm sorry.
Video 2 is going to talk about age because she's about to be 24.
You're about to oh no, you're 34.
I'm 34.
But not this year. We're 11 years apart, so we'll talk about age and
which all that does come into play. So because usually when you're older, you're kind of already set in your ways, and she's kind of still figuring out herself
and having fun with it.
And me, I'm kind of set in my ways already.
Yeah, she's like, no.
What she sees, what she have seen when we met, I'm still the same person. It's not the other way around. I don't do much, you know. I think I did enough in life, clubs, being in the streets, this and that, to where I don't want to do anything. You know, I play my PlayStation. I go fishing. You know, and she's kind of just now, after college, is still doing whatever. And I have to adjust to that. She's exploring. But, is that it? I mean...
Yeah, so just go ahead, you know. We'll put the video link below on where you can find part 2 of this video. This video is either going to be on Scorpio's channel or on my channel with my cousin and I. So just click on the link below and we'll see you guys in the second video. Hopefully that helps y'all out a little bit. So good luck with your shacking up and everything. I think I was looking the wrong way. Anyway. Yeah, oops, I was looking this way. Alright.